Hi everyone, so I wanted to pop on as quickly as possible today and share with you some of the makeup that I've been really enjoying using for the competitions I've been doing makeup for this spring. So let's just get right into it. So this is the blush palette that I showed in my last video, the 60s, 70s inspired competition makeup. So there's a few colors in here that I've been really just gravitating toward for a lot of the looks that I've done. This one, Stubborn, is from MAC. I'll just keep them in here. This one, Breezy, so I'll just swatch those two for you. The sheen is so nice on the skin, and depending on the eye look and the overall look that you have going on, you're either going to shift a little bit more red or a little bit more peach tone in your blushes. This one here is Dolly Mix. That's a great competition makeup staple, but I wanted to bring in fresh colors, fresh looks for this year. And then I showed these in the last video, but I'll swatch them because I don't think I swatched them then. And then we have Peaches, Melba, and Peachy Sheen. Three beautiful colors, especially blended, look amazing on the skin. So I would recommend, if you want to try something new, to grab one of those. This bronzer has been a lifesaver. This is the CoverGirl Queen collection in Q120. It's not like a total like big difference, not a contour kind of bronze color for that deep competition tan, but it really does enhance things quite a bit. It's gonna look quite drastic on me, but when you put it next to that dark top competition color, it does sit very nicely on the skin. It blends really well, so I've been really happy with that. I had to order this on Amazon because I couldn't find it locally. So speaking of competition color, I had such an issue with foundation at Emerald Cup. I was so mad. It was just, let's calm down. I have in the past really gone and done really well with MAC Pro Longwear and Studio Fix Fluid. On some of these women, especially my more mature clients, it was like patchy, blotchy nightmare. I would take the whole face off between prejudging and finals, which is not an issue for me. I don't mind doing that. But it was really upsetting. And my clients would come back and they're like, my face. And I'm like, oh. So I asked around, and one of the girls on our team used Matchmaster. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go for it. I ran to MAC in between prejudging and night show, and I did pick up Matchmaster. I picked it up in 7.5 and 8.5 because a lot of the girls at the show were coming in quite dark, and so I figured these two would sit quite nicely. I'm usually using NW45 and NW50. I think the color was about where I want it to be with just the 7.5. A lot of the girls were using NWCC, which is like Jantana. We did have one girl using Liquid Sun Rays, and her color was really good too. So you want to play around with the colors and then try it out, see if you like it. But as far as the formulation, this was it. This was really good. It sat so well. Didn't matter the skin type. I would usually prime the face with Embryolisse, which is another favorite. This moisturizer is beautiful. It's not too heavy. It's not greasy. It sits well. It's great for sensitive skin. I got this off Haute Look. Wonderful. And then for any type of like blotchy or oily skin, I would start it with the Laura Mercier translucent powder and then put this guy on top. If we were still seeing a little bit more shine than I wanted, I would set it with the Laura Mercier translucent powder, which is beautiful, does not show up on the skin, there's no flash, it's gorgeous. You can go ahead and buy that and feel okay. So speaking and going in the same direction with face color, Angels singing glory to God for this palette. So beautiful on these girls, especially girls who had a lot of hyperpigmentation. My clients with really naturally dark skin tones, that orange, beautiful, completely blended out that very dark pigmentation, and then just depending on what I needed, this sat well all over the face. It's gorgeous. I wasn't using it under the eye, but it was exactly what I needed for face. And it held up so well. So I'm so happy that I bought that. For under the eyes, it was the Maybelline concealer. I'm going to get a few different colors so I can do some highlighting and contrasting for Iron Man, which is coming up like a week and a half, I think. So I'll have to update you and you know, if you want me to, and share what I thought about this. But under the eye, the number 30 Cafe. In the past, if you saw my last competition makeup tips, a lot of that I've kind of gone away from some of those tips, so I think I'm going to do another tips video. But I was using the NYX HD, which was nice, but there were some people it just wasn't sitting well on. And I don't mean that it got creasy, because it really didn't, but on some people it looked a little bit more ashy. I had no issues with the Maybelline. The color was better, the formula was better, it laid really nicely and blended very well with the MAC foundation. So scratch the NYX, go with the Maybelline. Plus I think they're around the same price. So what's next? Let's talk about glitter, because that's fun. I just have like a little deal down here. Okay, so there's a couple different ways that you can go with glitter if you decide to use it in your look. My preference is use it sparingly if you do, either under the bottom lash line or just a little bit in the middle. Don't go over your whole eye with that stuff. It's just, it's not cute. Anyway, there's a couple different ways that you can do it. Easiest way is to use a glitter liner. This is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Liner in Midnight Cowboy. It's a mix of gold and silver glitter. It's beautiful. And if I wanted to put it on the moving part of the lid, I would just put it on my hand or a palette and then use a brush and apply it to my client. I wouldn't go into the tube. It's not sanitary. Let's not do that. But if it's your own, go ahead. But yeah, it was beautiful. The other one that I really liked was Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics OCC glitter in Fay, which is really, really nice. Sorry about the hair. It's a thing. I'm good at one thing and not the other. I can do the makeup, the hair. Moving on. To set it, Lash Splash. No, LA Splash. I got this from Makeup Geek's website. Set it right on top of your pre-existing eyeshadow color, and it was beautiful. It held up really, really well. I even had one client with a very irritated eye, and I'm just like, ooh, let's be careful with this thing, and it didn't cause any further irritation, and so I was really, really happy about that. And the glitter in here is very fine. It's not chunky, and then I didn't have any fallout using this stuff compared to things that I've used in the past. The clear mascara thing that people try to pass off. Moving on. Eyelashes. My favorite ones to use at Emerald Cup were the number 43 from Red Cherry. We like them. Jaclyn Hill likes them. The cult following continues. Lips, because that's what I reached for next. New York Apple and Catfight. New York Apple is from MAC. A beautiful deep red. It's got a little bit of shine to it. All my lips were custom blend colors, and so I couldn't tell you what exactly I used on every single girl. Sometimes it was like up to 4 or 5 different colors. But, you know, whatever sits well on your face, whatever looks good, go with that. And so play with it, bring a few different colors, and you might change your mind from prejudging to night show, and that's always fun to like switch it up and bring a different look to the night show. So Catfight, bright, like fuchsia pink, it's gorgeous. And you can see I really dug into that. This went on probably 60% of the girls. It was beautiful. Glosses. Revlon in Adored. I'm not gonna like put my dirty hands on it, but it's a really, really nice color. The formula is very easy to work with. It's not too sticky. And then MAC, in contrast, Love Alert, this Dazzle Glass. It's a red, and I don't know if you can see, it's kind of got some gold and blue and pink shimmer to it. It's really, really pretty on the lips. Lastly, oh, we're at the end. might make it less than 12 minutes. 4 brushes that I used on almost everybody. e.l.f. This small stipple brush, beautiful for putting on foundation. That was almost, I have a bunch of those, and it was just like every single girl applied it, foundation really well. Even though it's small and you would think, well, I should use it like a bigger foundation brush. And no, get the control out of it and take your time, and it's well worth it. Blush brush, and these two guys, they're all from Crown Brush, my favorite brand of makeup brushes. Super soft. This is all the Syntho collection, my favorite collection from them. I do have some of their other brushes, but the Syntho is, I'm a Carla Powell makeup artist fan, so whatever she says goes, and so she said Syntho, and I'm like, okay, I will. So not too dense, so it can really blend out your blushes really well. I use it today for, see, I don't always go super crazy on the blush. You can calm down after the last video. I know, it's a lot. And then we have the blender. This is the one I was using in the last video. Perfect amount of density. And you know, when we think of blender brushes, sometimes we're thinking about these big, massive blending brushes, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what I've noticed about this one is because of the way that it's cut and shaped, does that help? I don't know. It can do really well with cutting your crease as well as blending it out. I'm gonna do another makeup tips video on makeup blenders, competition makeup blenders. Let's start avoiding some of the craziness I've been seeing, like the sperm brow and the super cut crease that when you raise your eyebrows, it's like up here. We know better than this. Come on, it's common sense. Blend your shadows, ladies. I don't want to sound mean, but okay, moving on. And then finally, this little eyeliner brush. It's not too thick, but it's not super, super thin. It was my favorite one. It's the easiest one for applying a really dense line. Very dark, you know, black line on the eye. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna cut it off here, and hopefully you guys got something out of this video. If you want more competition makeup tips or tutorials or whatever, let me know, and I'd be happy to film some more. So have a great day.